Hello and welcome to yet another cube. Um, Not really an exciting first pack, I guess. There's Rift Bolt as the only red card, so that sets me up for having a decent red. Why do I care about it? That sets me up for having a decent red buff. Red deck. Why am I saying red buff? That's League of Legends. I've been watching too many world streams, I guess. Profane Command is pretty good, but then Animate Death is pretty good as well, and I won't get both. We have 30 seconds. There's also Vampiric Tutor, which is pretty strong. If I go reanimate, then it wills, but it seems very unlikely. I think for now I'll pick up Rift Bolt. Like, its removal is a pretty decent card, although I'm not that big of a fan of red. I'm more a fan of blue, but then blue isn't that strong here. Let's go with Animate Death for now. First pick Animate Death isn't that bad. You can run it in any kind of deck anyway. There's Night's Whispers and Smother. There's Talia. There's this card which I really wanted to play with previous time, but didn't. I mean, I had it in my deck, but just couldn't play with it. Smother is fine, but I think Night's Whispers is a bit better. I like card draw. It's one of the only ones in black, so let's pick it up. Someone to my left is gonna get Smother, but that's the only one. Toxic Deluge versus Dismember. We saw how good this card is. There's also Necropotence though. I think Necropotence is a bit better than Dismember and Toxic Deluge. Although this card is pretty sick. Necropotence might wheel. So I think we have to pick up Toxic Deluge. Like, Dismember doesn't have to be played in a black deck anyway, so this card is pretty good. Vampire Nighthawk is okay. If you wanna double down on black, we obviously have to go for Nighthawk. But I mean, Mirror Crusader is pretty sick. So at this point we're just mono black, but we're obviously looking into getting another color with it. I'm usually not a drafter of a single color deck. Like, mono black is the only deck that you mono black and mono red, right? Mono red aggro then. But even then, you often splash for something like too wide because it also has cheap creatures and there's lightning helix and so on. Now Figure of Destiny doesn't really matter. I was thinking about that as well, but that doesn't really matter because of the casting cost difference. Let's see here. There's Entreaty Angels, which is actually okay. The problem is I don't like the color combination. Then out of the rest, there's Smokestack, which is also okay, seeing that I play mono black. I can also get Braids. But there's Lightning Bolt. We haven't seen a lot of reds. I think Lightning Bolt is a bit better. We can also be going these two colors in aggro. Wow, then there's Baneslayer and Determinate. I think I have to go white here. Like, Baneslayer is just a really sick card. But there's Arc Trail and Terminate. After we picked up a Lightning Bolt, maybe I just pick up the Terminate. Hope Necropotence wheels. And then make that my win condition. There's Makeshift Mannequin. There's also Blood Baron. I'm definitely jumping into white. Come on, why did I pass a Baneslayer? Just to pick up a Terminate. So, well, maybe we'll go 3 colors, but I mean, Blood Baron is pretty sick as well. And 3 colors then with Necropotence just isn't doable. We get a Diabolic Edict, we get a Fork Bolt. I think Diabolic Edict is a bit better. With the Wayfarer would be fine, but it's in my splash color. If white was my main color, I would do it. I'm not even certain if I'll play this anyway. Depends on the amount of fix I'll get in those colors. Pretty annoying. Like, I was like, yeah, maybe red is a bit better than these pretty strong white cards. Profane Command wheeled. There was also a Vampiric Tutor in this pack. And they picked Vampiric Tutor over Profane Command. There's also Godless Shrine. But I think Profane Command is just too good, right? It's removal, it's push through, it's damage spell, or reanimation effect. Yeah, I think it's better. I think it's better than the fix, which basically allows Blood Baron. That's the main reason. So I think Necro is in this pack, but Smother is in here. Maybe Necro is in the next pack. Like, this was Smother and Watan. It would seem odd that someone else is picking picked up Necropotence. Like, it's not a high priority pick for a lot of people. Nope, there it is. It's not a high priority pick for a lot of people, understandable, because a lot of people don't consider it to be that good. But I mean, with 2 lifelinkers already, it is actually solid enough. I think I'm gonna go for Faithless Looting. I know it's red, but if I do go red, I then have the animate that to go with it. There's Rugged Prairie, which fixes a little bit. Torch Fiend, but doubtful that I'll play that one. So far, no card that I need to run in my sideboard, huh? Interesting. So what are we looking for? Griselbrand, of course. Always looking for Griselbrands. Everyone loves the Griselbrands. Rugged Prairie isn't the greatest of fixes. Then there's a Sword, there's a Wormcoil Engine, and a Recurring Nightmare. I'm not that creature heavy though. Like, I really love Recurring Nightmare, especially if I could get something like Wormcoil Engine with it. But I'm just not creature heavy at this point. It's early on. I can swap into it, but is it better than a Wormcoil Engine or a Sword? It might be. We still have 2 packs to go. We can jump into it and then go draft green with it or something, and have like decent amount of come into play effects. There's Thoughtseize. Siege Gang Commander is really good with Recurring Nightmare. It's in my colors. There's Sneak Attack that might wheel. I think if I because I picked this up, I have to double down on it, and probably not play this, and then just go for more of a creature-based deck with Recurring Nightmare. And Siege Gang Commander is just really good with it. We also have 2 other reanimation effects. Probably not play the Makeshift Mannequin, but I mean, animate that is strong enough. If I can pick up some more creatures, let's move it to the sideboard for now. This is obviously a bigger drop. Well, let's not put it there, because every time I put it there, it's been a nuisance. Okay, I was like, why? I just drafted a creature, why do I only have 3? But that's because I put Bloodburn in the sideboard. So Faithless Looting is valuable with Recurring Nightmare, I guess, but that's only if I can pick up some more late game bombs. Too bad I had to pass up a Wormcoil Engine. There's no way that card wheels. But I mean, Recurring Nightmare just on power level is a bit stronger, I think, because you can build entire decks around it. Now the color combination that I do have at this point is not the opportune color combination for Recurring Nightmare. Usually you want to draft it with green, because you have like these stupid mana elves that you run with it. I can sacrifice later on. We get a Phyrexian Obliterator though. I think that is a card I definitely want. Again, it might wheel. Is there anything I want over that? I don't think so. Maybe Yosei, but then I have to go white again. I think Obliterator is strong enough in its own just to have here. Putrid Imp doesn't seem to be that strong. Flametongue Kavu definitely is though. It's removal. It's in my colors. It's a creature that I can use with Recurring Nightmare. Maybe one of these 2 wheels, very unlikely. Putrid Imp might wheel, and Sulphur Springs might wheel. So there's 4 cards that I wouldn't mind seeing wheel. Maybe Scroll Rack, but doubtful about that. But I can pass up a Flametongue Kavu after I pick up Recurring Nightmare here. Thunderblast, because it has Persist, it has some extra value. But I think Dragon Skull Summit here to have some fix already, because I do run Necropotence and Phyrexian Obliterator, seems a bit better. So not a big fan of that anyway, because I'm not running heavy red like that. So there's a Lovegrowth Reaches. I think I'm gonna pick up that one as well. Another decent fix. Nantucket Shade is obviously an okay-ish card, not that great. Figure of Destiny is actually pretty good, but I think I want a Lovegrowth Reaches. More fix is always better. There's Chainer's Edict, which I always like, but Necrotal again. Playing Recurring Nightmare, I think Necrotal has to be the pick here. Wouldn't mind seeing the Chainer's wheel, but very unlikely. Probably Tenders of Corruption might wheel. But the pack was like 8 already, so here we have Goblin Guide. Is Goblin Guide good? Probably not. How good is Dead Cloud? Probably not. Third opponent exile card. It's not that great with Recurring Nightmare, because you can only do this at sorcery speed. By the way, we can pick this as fix over Goblin Guide. Goblin Guide is a creature though, but we're not gonna go aggro. So yeah, Bloodstained Wield, definitely picking up that. Prefer that over this, to be honest. Creatures you control have haste, doesn't really do that much, and although late game, this is just a late game bomb, right? Nah, I like the fix a bit more. So Sneak Attack did wheel, as did Black Sun Zenith. Sneak Attack does have some pretty strong ability with Recurrent Nightmare, but I'm not sure if I actually want it, because I don't have any late game bombs yet. I think Mock War Marshal is actually a bit better, even over Black Sun Zenith, because I don't think I need extra AoE control. Inquisition Wield, do you want it over Yosei? Probably. We don't have that many fix. So Sulphurous Springs Wield, but also Char. We already have 4 fix. I think Sulphurous Springs is still better. Wrench Mine, probably won't play it. And Took a Shade, probably won't play it. Corrupt, and wrong card. So where's the other one? Was another card here that I want to cut? Wasn't there? I don't Took a Shade. So we have 17 cards. We need 6 more. Where's the hold up? Here. Well, here and here, I guess. So they all need to make 1 more pick. This guy needs to make 2. It's pretty hard when you have a selection of 2 cards, or when you have a selection of 1 card, to actually make a correct pick. I understand that. So there is a sword, I guess. There's also Zealous Conscript, which isn't that bad. It is a decent creature. Maybe it's better than Sword of War and Peace. Like, we don't actually have that many creatures that we want to sort up. But I think we can get more creatures anyway here, and I want some kind of sword. Like, swords are really good. If we can just pick up like 5 more creatures, we're gonna have 12 creatures anyway, and I think that should suffice. Sword of War and Peace is pretty strong. So there's Ghoul Dress, Avalanche Riders, Go for the Throat. While Go for the Throat is a nice removal, I think Avalanche Riders, just to have the ability to start land destruction with Recurrent Nightmare, seems a bit stronger. We tried it earlier though with Mimic Vat, but I do think I want to be drafting creatures at this point. Is Ghoul Dress better than Avalanche Riders? Maybe, but I want the Avalanche Riders. Just sounds so broken. This is a pretty bad pack for us, right? This card is actually pretty good, because it's late game, really nice. That's actually okay with Recurrent Nightmare, because you can just make it make them sacrifice a creature every single time. But I think this is a bit better. And there's Grisabrand, nice. So we do get Grisabrand. There's also Redcap, which I wouldn't mind, and Lightning, but I can't pass up this card here. There's Hippie, which is another really strong card. There's Fetidity, just in case I want to run the Blood Baron, but no thank you. I'd rather have a Hippie here. Ketan Raiders is okay, but I mean it's more red. Actually, don't want to play that much red, because we want. I mean, with 5 fix already, we can play 1 mountain and probably be fine. Bone Shredder is another really good one, just because it kills creatures again. Hand of Cruelty has protection for white. Sword of War Piece gives protection for white. This has flying, kills a creature, so yeah. Kills a non-black, non-artifact creature. So it only kills 3 cards of our own. The fact that we have Grisabrand to want to run more reanimation spells outside of Recurrent Nightmare, I don't think so. I don't think it's needed. We have the single Fateless Looting to discard it if it's in our hand. And we have 2 Lifelinkers now, yeah. We're 1 card too many though. We'll see what we got. if you got anything at all so far. There's Rolling Earthquake, which is really nice. And maybe the pick here. Probably the pick here. Like, Painseer doesn't seem to be that great. It is a creature though, and we're not that heavy on the drops, but I think we're gonna take too much damage with this. Like, we already have Necro, so probably won't play this main deck. And wow, we get Kokusho and Vizara. I think Kokusho is a little bit better than Vizara here, just because of the recurring Nightmare interaction. This card is pretty good as well though. It's not highly picked or highly contested. So two cards too many, and we probably want like Torch Fiend out. It is a creature though, pretty sucks a bit. Maybe we want to keep it in because it's a creature, but we'll see. And then we need one more to be gone. And I want it to be a non-creature. So there's Profane Command maybe, but giving my creature sphere seems pretty strong. Maybe Inquisition is gone or something, I don't know. We'll see. There are some more cards that I haven't seen yet. Yeah, Tragic Slip. It's good against aggro. Form of Dragon is too heavy on dread. Spreading Seas, meh. Pristine Talisman, meh. Let's just go for Tragic Slip. Probably won't play it main deck. Same with the Inquisition, I think. Like, we have the Lightning Bolt, Diabolic Edict, Smother, Terminate, Bone Shredder, Necrotal, Flametongue Kavu as removal. That's only main deck. I mean, if you're in Profane Command, of course, but that's a bit slow. So if we're up against aggro, we have Tragic Slip, Inquisition as extra removal. Now Griselbrand, I'm still thinking if I want to have more reanimation, like Animate Dead in my deck or something. But I think seeing that Fateless Floating is my only way to discard, it's a bit of a greedy play to want them both. Wow, both go for a throat and gold Raz Whales. Ridiculous. Gold Raz is a really good card, but go for throat is really good spot removal. I think Gold Raz is a bit better just because it's a creature again. I guess we'll play this, but it seems very unlikely that I'll play it. So again, we draft this card, and then we want another non-creature gone. Maybe we just cut the Fateless Looting. So the only interaction we have with it is Griselbrand, and I think we can cast it often enough. Although, well, Lightning Wheels as well. Seriously. So we're one card too many again. Two if I bring this back in, but I don't think I will. So we have 12 creatures, and then we have 11 non-creature spells, so I probably want the non-creature out. This has to stay. Sword of War and Peace might be gone, but I think it's strong enough to play here. I guess Gideon is the more annoying card, doesn't really matter. Bad Moon, okay, won't play it anyway. Toxic Deluge, how good is it for me? Painseer, man, seriously. Probably won't play it though. Although with Recurring Nightmare, like, if it becomes too much of a burden, well, it has to attack, like, it's not Dark Confident. So, so just a 2/2 for 2, and then if you manage to attack with it, but it seems very unlikely that I'll manage to attack with it, so no thank you. Like Torch Fiends might be in, Fateless Looting might be in, Inquisition might be in. That's about it, right? Yeah. So we have 27 cards because we have 5 lands here. 27 cards. Need to cut 4. We have only 13 creatures. With Recurring Nightmare, which has to be in. So let's think what we can cut. So this is removal. Let's just cut the removal at the side for now. Removal, 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 removal. That's it. Well, the others are creature removal, so Then just put the other cards on top. And Necropotence, Recurrent Nightmares, or War and Peace, and Lightning. So these rock creatures, 13 in total. No, it's a cat. Never mind. I was like, what the hell? I'm home alone. Why the hell is there any sound here? It's one of those stupid kitties. Hate it. So I think we have to cut cards from these. 4 of them even. I think Science the Believers, there's not a lot of so first of all, let's cut the Faithless. I don't think the Faithless Totem with Recurrent Nightmare, just because of the single Cruiser brand, is that strong. Like if we get to 8 mana, we can just hard cast it anyway. I think we obviously want it in because once we get it live, there's no way to deal with it. It's just an insane late game card for us. Then I might cut the Profane Command. It's a bit heavy on the mana base. Sure, it has a great effect, but I think our late game should be strong enough. Toxic Deluge, we might just bring in against aggro decks. Doesn't seem to be that necessary if you can get something going. Night's Whispers has to say. Smother is an okay removal card. So if we cut Smother, we're at 24, and if we then cut Inquisition. But I think I'd rather cut the Profane Command over Smother. Although, nah, let's cut Smother and Inquisition, something like that. We have a decent deck. Like I kept in Torchfiend just because it destroys equipments. And we can keep on using it with Recurrent Nightmare. Are we gonna have issues when Necropotence annoys us? That's the main question. Like if we take too much damage, then Necropotence is gonna lock herself out. But I think I want to keep it in, like it's strong enough. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red spells. I do think we run 2 mountains then. It's a total of 7. So if we go to this first merge, combine grips. If we add basic land, it's gonna suggest 3 mountains. I think we only want 2. Because of our black is pretty heavy, if we have a single red, we can cast almost all of them outside of Siege Gang. And I mean, we do have plenty of fix. So I think this will do, and I'll see you guys for round 1.